Boom! God damn, we need a sawed off right here. Bro, did you just sell her to Express and got by this fat, disgusting pig? We need a boom! Could have happened to a better person. Oh, did they kill her right here? Uh-oh. She might not be dead. There's that, I suppose. Watching this latest episode of Gachiakuta. Bro. I'm surprised there wasn't a trigger warning. Because there's certainly a trigger warning I want to give that guy a little blast to the face. I knew it was going to be bad. As soon as there was something sus, I was like, okay, I know exactly what's about to happen. The way they handled the trauma of someone who wasn't raised properly, and therefore didn't have a normal way to process her emotions. So things that should be, oh, this is a red flag, this is my body saying run, this is danger. She didn't have a good mother, and then the person who she was sold to treated her like an object to be used. So the numb feeling, when he would force himself on her, he was able to gaslight her into thinking that's what love is. So when her first love dies, she chases after the next thing to fill that. She doesn't know what actual love is, because she's never experienced it, and that's a fucked up thing to have to admit. And I'm a big supporter, I say this all the time. Things can explain, but it doesn't excuse. In this case, the reason why she violated all of our characters' minds in order to try to force them into this almost slavery servitude of connections, it definitely makes sense why she did that. It doesn't excuse it. Nothing that can happen in your life excuses you to treat others horrible or the same as you've been treated. But it definitely explains. My big thing was, how in God's name would any of these characters want her around or a part of their crew, potentially, after feeling so violated? You drop that type of story and it explains why she violated your own personal space when she has never not known herself to not be violated. An insanely emotional episode, complete bullshit top to bottom. What happened to her is inexcusable. The only real downside of this episode is the man had far too quick of a death. Because people like that deserve to be tied up to 4 different horses going in different directions. And if you think that's too much, I don't want to associate with you. Now, you make sure you drop a like on this video, help show your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patrons, where you catch my full live reactions and rants to this insanity in real time. If you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So, the episode does end, and it's not looking good for her. I don't think she's dead, though. Initially, I was like, oh, she's gonna die here. It sounds like they stole the boots. And if that's the case, I almost wonder, are these angels, whatever we're thinking they are they giving instruments, these vital instruments, to the right people so they can be charged up for something? Because here's the thing, the boots started on the pedophile, and then they barged in and gave the boots to her. And the boots seemingly had more of a connection to her than him. Then we say years later they come back and take the boots. It almost feels like you're giving, like you're trying to find the right instruments that are powerful. Maybe they're a part of the series. You give it to that person, and after they've been used enough, does it like unlock a type of power they need? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but that's kind of my thought process. Or they just killed her, and wouldn't that be a hell of a plot twist? What's interesting, though, is I didn't realize how similar Ruto and her were. Now, a lot of people in the last episode, hip hip hooray, her face got beat. I was kind of like, I was in the shocked category. I was like, okay, but I feel like Ruto went too far. But a lot of people were like, no, she deserved it. And it's like, okay, but here's the thing. You don't want your MC to think that's the answer. Like, it's a hard thing because, on one hand, I truly believe the only reason we got to talk with Amo is because Ruto did beat her up. On the other hand, that's not how our MC should act, because it's just going to force him down a darker and darker spiral. So it's kind of like it was a necessary evil, but we can't have that be his common thought process post-battle, right? The thing is that it wasn't just like, oh, here's a character who attacked us. This was a character who actually violated their minds, went into their deepest parts of their minds, and made them think loved ones were alive again, forced them to hurt their own. Like, it was just pure violation. And it's tragically fitting that someone who violated others has known nothing but violation her whole life. But seeing them all stand there and be like, half of them who had the disgusting looks on their face, like, we don't want this bitch around, feeling sorry for her. Like, oh, we wanted to learn about these angels, and who would have thought we would have learned about them as she trauma dumped on us? Ruto and her are very much the same. They're almost two sides of the same coin. They've dealt with different levels of abuse and types of stuff, but they've known nothing but hostility. The only thing is that Ruto technically had a better life because he actually at least had some sort of positive adult figure in his life before everything hit the fan, right? But seriously, like, the more I see of these two, the more I'm like, oh yeah, if she gets to live, like, I'm not even like, oh, because it feels weird to be like, oh, they're a couple, right? Like, you know, you don't watch an episode like this and your immediate thought is, who do we ship Amo with? No. It's more of like, even friendship. I think Ruto definitely needs his big bro engine. We saw that last week. But someone who's so similar to him, like this, I think they could definitely help each other quite a bit to heal. It's crazy too, because you see him he's nothing but like, I'm going to kill these two. I'm going to drag them to his grave, and they're going to apologize beyond the dead. To him calming down when talking with her. Like, it really shows the dynamic they could have. But unfortunately, she did get jumped. I really thought we were going to bring her back, but I guess it makes sense that, like, it wouldn't be immediate. Maybe she'll come and, like, run to us now because, like, of what happened. I don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty, but the storytelling that they did, and it's interesting because I'm trying to remember the last time. And I know I've seen anime kind of do similar things with the kind of scribble art style, the psychological hell. But to have an episode where a child from a very young age all the way into her teenage, young adult years had this happen to her, and just seeing the emotionless, almost Joker-like smile and gaze, it's heartbreaking, bro. It's, without a doubt, the best episode of the show. I doubt they will top this episode. There's going to be someone who's like, oh, this fight scene's going to be better, or this. I doubt they're going to top this episode, if I'm being honest. At least for this season. Without a doubt, in the top 10 episodes of the year for sure. And, yeah, I mean, from the beginning, I thought Amo was an entertaining character. I just thought she was a psycho bitch. Now I understand what caused her to become that, and hopefully she can heal. But I don't know, because here's the thing, when you go through what she's went through, you'll never fully heal. Normal sexual assault, people don't get over that. They might be able to function and be able to have relationships with other people, but there'll still be that trauma. To be groomed and raised from that young of an age, she'll never be normal. But hopefully she'll have small glimpses of happiness. Let me know what you thought down below. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new around here, and of course Patreon, where you catch those full live reactions and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Alex Jackson, Crystalline Harris, Apochtide, No Name No Face, and we also have Dylan Fujimoto. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.